Yesterday session we have discussed about scopes, right? So in today's session, we'll be discussing about the data types. Okay. So Manikanth, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So what is meant by data types? Basically, anybody can answer? Hmm? Exactly. Then what is no data types? Madam, data types ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು?
Type of database storing.
నోరు ఉంది కదరా అందరికి డేటా టైప్స్ అంత క్లియర్ గా ఉంది కదరా బాహుబలి మూవీ ప్రభాస్ అని అంత క్లియర్ గా ఉంది అది
Type of information.
అని చెప్పాక ఎందుకు ముమ్మని ఉంటారు ఏమన్నా అరిగిపోతుందా ఆస్తే గలీజ్ అనుకుంటారు కదరా వాట్ మేడం వాట్ ఈస్ డేటా టైప్స్
Image.
Cool. So data types is nothing but which will mention the what is the particular data type of data that it will be holding. So we may have different types of data like arrays, objects, strings, numbers, booleans, like that. Many are there, right? So all these are called as the data types. Why? Because each one holds a particular type of database. Got it? So here the data types are of two types. One is primitive and one is non-primitive. What is meant by primitive and what is meant by non-primitive?
Primitive means it is already default.
Okay.
Non-primitive means usually.
Similar. Okay, but not exactly. So the primitive data types are nothing but immutable data types. That means we can't change the value of the variable once it can be initialized. Okay, there is a difference between declaration and initialization. I already told you to remember. Okay, so these primitive data types are immutable. So that means once you declare them, okay, as a variable, and once you initialize, you can't change the value in the initialization state. Got it? So give me a minute. So that is what nothing but the primitive data types. So second one is nothing but non-primitive. As you already said, these are mutable. That means what happens? These can be able to change the value of the variable even once it can be initialized. Got it? And also these are not default, what we say, variables. These can be customizable data types, we call them as. Okay. So here, if you go with the first type of data types, see if you can see the number, so which you already seen. For example, so let me take an example of where is our code script is here. So I just take a one of the variable. So let me I'll use let id is equal to 15671A0383. Okay, I given one number here. So is it a correct way? Is it a number or a string? Then if it is string, is this the right format that we have given? So what is the format that we need to give? Double quotes or single quotes, anything it can accept. But let me give it as 5. So what is it? So if you just console dot log of type of ID. Okay. So let me go to the browser, and if I reload, so what is the type I was getting here? Number, right? But if I just convert the same number to double quotes or single quotes, what it will be now? See? It's a string now. So the variable, whether you declare or how you declare, it doesn't matter. Finally, whatever the type that you are mentioning in it, that is what it will take and store it. Whether you can give, first I give a number, I can give a string, anything I can be replaceable. That we have already seen while discussing with the scopes, different examples. Any type of data can be converted into any type. If it is a letter variables, letter var variables, we can reassign values. Okay, but if it is a constant, we can't redeclare or reassign. But if it is a normal one, we can reassign whatever the values we want and whichever the data type we want. So this is what I think about string and the number data type. So what is the third type of data type? So third one is the Boolean. So Boolean is just a value type that here only have two possible values. What are the two possible values it will have? True or false? So for a string or a Boolean, sorry, for a string or a number, it can be anything. But for a Boolean, it can't be anything. It should have only two fixed values. Those are sorry, true or false. Okay, so that is what Boolean handles with. That we have example already we have seen yesterday, right? When we are dealing with the if condition, we have checked. So that is what I think but the Boolean. So next one is the undefined. So as I already told you, can anybody tell me what is the meaning between undefined and not defined?
Variable declared but not assigned.
Pardon? One more time.
Variable declared but not assigned.
Exactly. So sometimes we have seen the error while we are dealing with the starting. We have declared the variable at the top, but we didn't assign any value to it. And if you try to call it, what happens? Automatically it will throw error. Why? Because if I search for a student named Manoj Kumar in a class where he is not available, just in the register I have written his name. So if I call physically, there is no person is assigned to that particular name in the class. But I was trying to call him. So automatically it's an error. Nobody is there. So same thing is nothing but the undefined. So I have the variable, I declare the variable, but there is no value that is assigned to that particular variable. And if you try to access that variable, that is where it will call undefined. Okay, give you result. So here there is two ways. So first you may declare, and if you didn't call that variable, it will not throw any error because it is idle. We are not taking its name at all, so it will automatically execute. It's like a garbage variable, we can call it as nowhere we are using. But we declared without assigning. If we try to access that variable, so that's where it will be called as the what it is undefined. We will get what is mean by a what is meant by other error? Undefined and not defined. What is meant by not defined? There is no declaration and there is no assignment, but we try to access. Okay, that will simply to take example. There is no person name in the register or there is no person in the class, but I just came and tried to access a particular person name in that class. So it will call as a not defined. There is no person with that name and as per the records and as per the physical appearance. Okay, so this is called as not defined. Try to remember the difference between undefined and not defined because it plays a very crucial role if you're dealing with the frameworks and assignment loops and functions. Why? Because when we don't know when you'll get the undefined, when you'll get the not defined, you need to be very clear. Undefined is nothing but variable is declared, value is not assigned. Not defined is nothing but no value or no variable is declared. Okay, but I was trying to call you. Clear? So next one is the null. So what is meant by null? Give me some null values. Where is my cursor point? So where is my what is my 0 is one of the null value you're telling, right? So it's not null is nothing but there is no value that is assigned. So null is nothing but no value assigned. So for example, systems will there is a concept called as garbage values. Okay, so what is meant by these garbage values is, as we mentioned just now, declared but not used, right? So there will be, for example, for every college, there will be particular type seats allocated for each branch, right? CSC, mechanical, like these many seats need to be taken by this college, not more than this. So whether you come or not, that seats will be allocated. Anybody can occupy that seats, right? In the same way, the null is nothing but not any value. So when you declare a variable with a value of null, for example, variable name is equal to null, not empty, we can call it as not empty. It is not empty. So, but also there is no value in it. So we can use anytime we want. For example, why this we'll use this is, for example, let me, where is this cursor, man? Okay, so let me take an example like id is equal to, let me put it a data type of null. So let me take what is the type of it, what I was getting. So for example, let me try to access id. Okay, so now what is the value I got? But if you just didn't assign any value to it, and if you try to access, what will happen? What I'll get? No, exactly. I'll get undefined. So undefined is a error, but null is not an error for you. Got it? So that is what difference between a null and a undefined. So undefined, we are not declaring anything, but null is nothing but it's considered as not an empty. I was not empty. Anybody can occupy me. That means whenever I want, anybody want to use me as a variable, you can use it any automatically. That's what my null will mention. Clear? So null is nothing but not an empty. Undefined will throw you error, but null will never throw you error when you declare given this value to any variable. For example, you want to save some variable name for the further use, but you don't want to declare it and leave it like that. So that what you can do, you can declare and give a value of null. Got it? Clear? So these are nothing but some of the, these are the types of, which type of data types? Primitive data type. So now if you come with the non-primitive data types, first one will be arrays. So what is meant by an array? What is meant by an array? So array is nothing but a group of values, collection of values also you can say it's just a group. Okay, so these arrays can be declared by how? Is it? So for example, so there is a naming conventions also that you need to maintain that JavaScript will consider. For example, when I was giving a single ID, I was giving ID. When I was dealing with a single name, I was giving name. But when I was dealing with multiple values, I need to go with a plural only, not a singular one. So if you see, now I was dealing with multiple arrays. That means if you see array have multiple users names, right? Student. So then definitely I need to use a plural. Instead of student, I need to use with students. Okay, so don't forget to use the simple keywords. Okay, these simple words also cost you a lot of time to fix it. Clear? So students, so let me give Manoj, give names. Instead of asking you, that's my bad. నేమ్స్ అడిగితే చెప్పాక కూడా ఏం జరిగింది రాస్తే రాపించుకుంటానన్నా మీది నాకుండే నాకు చాలా రాసానే ఉంది కనీసం నీకు కావాలా so now this is how we'll declare any array. Array can have any number of items, one or two, there is no limit for the array, but only concept that we need to maintain is array, the value should be within the single quotes or double quotes, and it can be separated by using a comma. Got it? So this is how we'll declare a array. So array is nothing but a group of variables, group of value or a collection of values. Okay, so next one is the array of object. So what we declared here, objects and array of object. So what is the difference between objects and array of objects? Can anybody tell? Objects and array of objects. For example, just imagine I was holding a single user data. Okay, as we discussed just now, student, okay, is equal to, so I have name Manoj, skills, full stack, hobbies, traveling. Okay, sorry. Habitat. Place, Bangalore. Okay, so I given 4 values. Okay, so let me change something. Page. And student. No. Sorry. I was forgotten. Okay, now if you see, I have a collection of all data types. I have a string, I have a number, I have a boolean, right? So even I can give null also. Here, I was not maintaining a particular one data type. So array is nothing but, sorry, object is nothing but a mixture of all the data types, okay, holding a particular types of data. So before, if you go with the primitive data types, I was holding a single type of data type. So I can't change it. If it is array, it should be array. But coming to the object, it is not like that. So it's a collection. I can give anything. So here, as I have only one student, I was dealing with object. So what is in the array of object? Nothing but a collection of, right, collection of students only we can call it as, right. So that is nothing but collection of. So here, when an object, if you deal, check, object is nothing but a memory allocation data in the form of keys and values. Okay, always the left side one, which is left to the colon, will be called as keys, right side value will be called as values. Okay, keys and values, always objects and array of objects is a continuous allocation of data in the form of a keys and values. So if you just, someone asks what is the key value of second index, what it will be? Age. Second index 0, our index start with 0, don't forget this. Okay, so like this only, our array of object also will be continuous memory allocation of data in the form of which one? Keys and values. So let me duplicate, sorry. Three, 4. So it can be given within the square brackets. So let me consider as students, and I didn't declare any type of variable. Let I. Okay. So now if you see, so this is a array of object for me. So now if I want to access any student data, I can access by using the index value. So let me take like students dot, sorry, I no need to give this every time. I don't need to mention every time student, right? So because it's a wrong method. Okay, one time I declared, that's more than enough. So now these all are the students data. So for example, if I just give like students.name, what will be the output? Will able to get any output? No, why? Because if it is an object, I can call student.name. Why? Because I have only one set of values. Name and everything is one set. But if I go with the array of object, I have multiple set of students, so I can't access directly. But if I give like students of 0 dot name, so what I'll get? So I'll get the first index which it will be. This is what my first index, right? So automatically this is what nothing but my exactly sharp corner. Okay, 0th index and first index. So I given as 0. So now if I go and check here, what is token? Sorry, I don't need to give dot there. I missed it. Students of 0 dot. So if you say I was getting my name, right? So here, this is how even you can access index value. So if you go with any framework also, array, you will get the same type of formats only. So if you just take an example of how you will get the data in the future if you are dealing with dynamic websites is yes. So where is it? See what type of file it is. Minified file. I already mentioned when discussing with the bootstrap, it's a minified file. So if I format it, now you can see. So it's just an array of objects. Usually the APIs will be like this only. The data that you will get in the APIs will be like this only. Okay, different type of users. So within an object, there will be multiple array of objects. Within the array of object, again there will be object. Nested, we have seen yesterday. Functions, right? Parent, child, grandchild, sub grandchild. Like that, arrays also, sorry, JSONs also, APIs also, the data will be in the same format. Parent will be there. So if you see what is the parent of this one, where is the array? Yeah. So here if you see, they didn't mention any name directly within a array, they given objects, different objects, right? So there is few scenarios where you will have again multiple array of objects within your array of object. Okay, like this you can even consider there are multiple arrays inside, there will be there. So how you can access directly by using the name, but you can't give every time index of 0, index of 1, index of 2 like this, right? So it will be very hectic. For example, you just imagine there are 1,000 values, here only 5,000 values are there. How you can use the 5,000 values? So that's where the loops comes into the picture. I'll declare one time, and by using a function, I'll render that every time. So what happens? I'll give the loop length. Loop length will be dynamic, whether they send 1,000 or 1. I'll link my function to that loop. So what happens? How many data I'm getting? It will assign into a one by one. Okay. So you'll see that in the upcoming classes. So that's how my array of objects will be there, and that's how it will able to access the data of it. Clear? Anybody have any doubts with the data types that we have so far? Sure. Shall we go to the next topic? Everyone, online people, offline, everyone clear? Online people, I was asking you. Answer, Yandra. Manikanta Kishore, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
మరి అది చెప్పాకేం ఆన్సర్ నో తెచ్చి చెప్పండి సార్ నో తెచ్చి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి సార్ ఓకే సో నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ విల్ బి వాట్ ఇస్ అవర్ నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ operators it will be, okay. So next one will be operators. So where is my operators? So what is mean by operator? Hmm?
Used to perform any operation between operands.
Whether it's a single operand or multiple operands.
Multiple.
So it can be done with a single operand, I'm telling. Right? So operate is nothing but to perform some operations on single or multiple operands. Operands is nothing but the identifiers and its values. So we have already seen whenever we declare, so the assignment things can be dealt by with these operators. Okay. So if you take with the operators, that are examples. So the first type will be arithmetical operators. Plus Google whatever. Arithmetical operators, nice. Assignment operators. I'll go with my order. My Google order now. Assignment operators. So next one will be logical operators. Logical operators. So next one will be comparison operators. Operators. Yeah. So what else I can give? Hmm? So there will be different names in Google, but I segregate based on my logic. Okay. I don't want that and all. I'll go with conditional operators. I'll cover all the operators in these categories. If anything is missed, so ask Google. Then, what is that? Okay, tell me that example. I'll add that also. Tell me example. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పమా అది కూడా యాడ్ చేద్దాము నాకైతే తెలియదు నువ్వేం చెప్పావు నేమ్ కూడా అర్థం కాల నాకు ఏం చెప్పావు చెప్పు బిట్ వైజ్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అంటే ఏం చెప్పు చెప్పమా నేమ్ చెప్పినప్పుడు ఖచ్చితంగా ఏం చేయాలి ఖచ్చితంగా అది ఏం వాల్యూ అని కూడా చెప్పాలి కదా చెప్పు అయిపోతాను నాకు టైప్ అవట్లేదు సరే ఎక్కడబ్బా చెప్పమా వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై బిట్ వైజ్ ఆపరేటర్స్ చెప్పండి రా ఫోన్ కింద గూగుల్ చేసేసినాం ఆల్రెడీ కదా నాకు తెలుసు సో బిట్ వైజ్ ఆపరేటర్ నథింగ్ బట్ విచ్ డీల్స్ విత్ ద and or like see truth or false values we can consider as and or greater than or equal to greater than triple equal to greater than okay less than so set each as these and all comes under this bitwise operators generally okay so no need to worry about this so first we'll go with these things so arithmetic operators so what is mean by arithmetic operators basically mathematical operators plus minus into so these and that you want me to do that also I'll do no issues. So let me take an example. Where is it? Arithmetic operators. Okay. So first one, let me take an example for arithmetic operators like plus and minus. Is it okay? నా కర్సర్ ఇక్కడ లేదు అక్కడ లేదు యాడుందిరా నా కర్సర్ okay so variable a is equal to sorry name is equal to Manoj my name then variable name is equal to 1. So now tell me, is arithmetic operators, that means your mathematical operators can be used to these values or not? Can are we able to use this to this? How you can use this, sir? Tell me the outputs are that. If I do like variable
That's equal.
equal to what I need to do. Tell sir, I want a full name. What madam, what you said? You said some different lines. అనేది కొద్ది డిఫరెంట్ గా చెప్పింది. It's okay, tell me what you said. After that you said something. So, yeah. So my name plus
Equal to.
already equal to have అవసరం లేదు. గలీజ్ నా ఉంటావు కదరా. name. Right. So now tell me what will be the output. Pakka. Sure. ఎంత 50%. 100% స్టూడెంట్ వాళ్ళు చెప్పండి చేయండి. Who will be sure that I'll get name Manoj Kumar? It's an arithmetic operator, that means mathematical operator. Will I get for string? Why you raised it again from your head? He was like, yes sir. Tell me, yes or no? You will get yes. So when it's a mathematical operator, that doesn't mean that it only deals with the mathematics. So it deals with nothing but concatenations, okay? So basically, my arithmetic operator plus and this and all deals with the concatenations. So now if I just go with a lot of f name, so what will the value I'll get? So if you come here, see, I got Manoj Kumar. So if you want to give some space between my name, so what I can add? I'll add one more plus, is this plus? And I'll add a space. So still I didn't get, that means it's a string, but there is no value. But even space is considered as a value within a string. You know that. See now. Now as I given a space here, if you say I got my space or not. So this is what called as a concatenation basically. So this one I can even go with mathematical like plus. For example, variable num1 is equal to 5 and num2 is equal to 7. So finally if I get num is equal to num1 plus num2. I don't want this space here, right? Because it's a numeric digital number. So I need only value. I'll get a numeric value. So I got my 12. Same thing happens with the minus also. Plus minus, I'll get minus 2. What else I'll have? Into star. I got 36. So what else I have? Divided by num1 divided by num2. See, I got value. So like this, my operators, so my arithmetical operators are nothing but which will deals with the mathematical operations. Clear? Not only mathematical operations, nothing but concatenation, these and all, but symbols will be mathematical symbols. Okay. So next one will be, next type is, where is it? Assignment operators. Just give me a minute. More water is there. Nice. Big board. Thank you. Roju sir ani తాగేస్తున్నాను. You thought that I was drinking all and you got a big bottle, right? Tell true, it's okay. Thank you for water. కనిపించట్లేదా మేడం? Assignment operator. So assignment operator is nothing but which will deals with the major roles when we are declaring with the identifiers. That's nothing but variables. Why? Because once you declare, you need to assign. Without assignment, we can't use any variables, right? If I declare name is equal to Manoj, if I don't declare the name Manoj, is it be syntax, proper syntax? No. So If I want to write a proper syntax, I just need to declare and I need to leave it. I'm not assigning any value. So that is where my assignment properties comes into the picture. So what is assignment properties that we'll have? Like equal to, then
Not equal to,
hmm?
not equal to,
Plus or equal to,
not equal to,
double equal to, sorry, minus or equal to, hmm?
greater than equal to,
Greater than or equal to,
less than equal to,
less than equal, we don't need to go all this, so on, etc. Okay, so these all are comes into assignment operators, not equal, this not comes under this category. That will be second other category. So these all are the assignment operators. What is its work? Its work is just to assign the value. Okay, whether it is a plus or minus, anything it may be. I was just assigning. I was just merging my arithmetical operations also sometime with my assignment operators. If you see here, minus or equal to, greater than or equal to, here this greater than, minus, these are all which operators? Arithmetic operators. Usually singular it has arithmetic operators, but together it will be called as assignment operators. We are just assigning for using the assignments, we'll use this assignment operators. Clear? So next third one will be logical operators. Logical operators, nothing but that you said, whatever you said now. So we have and, or sorry, not, no, sorry, wait, not equal to, and, or, then what we have, and, or, and equal to, not equal to, these all, etc., etc. I don't need to mention all the names. Okay, so what these conditions basically, why these are called as the logical operators here? So this depends on logic. For example, okay, so yesterday we checked with the loop. I will create one more time a loop. So here num1 is equal to, what is the value? 5. Number 2 is equal to 7. So if I give like, if condition, if num1 is equal to, can I give like this? Num2. Why? Assignment operator. It's not a logical operator. So whenever you're dealing with the functions and the loops and if condition, you need to deal with the logical operators, not with the assignment operators. Don't forget that. So equal, double equal to, if I give, what it will tell.
false.
So alert of true. Okay. So if I give like this, so did I got anything? Alert is given. So don't worry. I'm alert already ఇస్తాను. True అయితేనే వస్తుంది. So okay, for you I'll give console. Or else if condition I'll put for you. Else alert false. Okay, I given condition like this. So I was getting false. Why? Because my num1 is not equal to num2. But I'll do a different thing. Now let's give same value. Num1 is equal to num2. What I was getting? True. Now I'll make a small change. What is the change I did? I just converted one of the value to the string. But is the both are same now? Is the num1 is equal to num2? Tuna, etc. Adoka string adoka number etc. same also. But still, what is the output we are getting? True. Why? Because when you are using a double equal to, it doesn't check for what is the type of variable that you are, what is the type of data that you are maintaining in the variable. It will just check for the value within it. Okay. But when you deal the same thing with say triple equal to, so now if you see what will be the output? False. Why? So strictly it will check for both the data type and also the data in it. So both it will check. So that is the difference between a double equal to and the triple equal to. So if I use a condition like not equal to, I can use like this. Okay. So now tell me what will be the value, true or false?
True.
Let me change this value to 9. Now tell me. True. Why? Is the both are same?
Condition is not.
Exactly. Even though the value is not same, here I was not giving the logical condition. Not equal to, I was telling, if it is not true, not equal, then only give a alert of true. If it is equal to, then give alert of false. So that's what it mentioned. Got it? So equal to, not equal to, same. Not double equal to means which will deals with the both data type and the value. Single not equal to deals with the only value, not with the data type. Clear? So that's how some of my logical operators will work, like that's what. And not actually, yeah, those are same, but here few we added. So comparison operator, sorry. Okay, logical operators same. So next we'll be going with the comparison operators. Okay. So these comparison operators are nothing but what are those? That's what we just checked. Equal to comparison. We are just comparing the values or comparing the data types, right? So double equal to, triple equal to, greater than, less than. Okay, so these all are etc. Even not equals to comes into this category already. Okay. But we added no issues. Whatever the category. So when you're dealing with the functions, you are not seeing which category it is and you will not type, right? So all are operators only, but we just segregated just for our understanding purpose. It doesn't mean that these should be always in this particular type. Nobody will tell you that, okay, tell me the operator type when you're writing a function. You just need to know what it will do, what will be the output if you use a particular operator. That's what you need to remember, not the type of it. Okay. So if you want type of, you can directly give type of attribute, sorry, type of value you can declare and you can check what type of data type it is. Okay. So comparison operators equal to, not equal to, greater than this and all, you already know. Do you want me to add this also? Okay. So next one is the conditional operators. So to take decisions, conditional operators like nothing but just need to go with the exactly. That is also one of the conditional statements. Let me check an example for conditional operators. Captain Gutra will not remember that much quickly. I need example. Okay. So conditional is nothing but ternary operators. These idiots are showing ternary operators. Okay. So ternary operators is nothing but dealing with both the scenarios, both the false scenario and truth scenario at the same time. So that is nothing but, for example, let me give a structure to it, how it will be. Yeah. So ternary condition structure will be like even conditional operator structure will be. Okay. Ternary operator comes under conditional operators only. Okay. So condition you will give first. Yeah. Condition, then question mark to the condition, then statement one, which will be you want to execute, you want to check. Okay. Like if condition, if else, what you will give? Same way. Statement one, sorry. Statement one, true, and colon, sorry, statement one and colon, statement two. Okay. I given caps. It's okay, no issues. Okay, so this is what my ternary operator will do. So if you go with the example directly, so let me take an example like the same we taken previously, like a 20% 10 is equal to 2. Okay, so I was checking if it is true or false. Okay, so here what happens? So the ternary operators evolve the test conditions. So if it is equal to 2, if it is the value is correct, it will execute which one? This one it will give. If it is false, if it is like this, if it is 3, so is it true or false? It will give the false to me. So let me give it as variable ternary. What I was getting? False. Why? Because 20% 10 is not equal to 3, right? For example, not only true, I can give any value. For example, if 20% 10 is equal to 3, I want to give my name, like Manoj. Okay, this string I need to give. So if it is not, I need to give like not Manoj. I given two values. One will deal with the true value, second value after the colon deal with the false value. So if my 20% 10 is equal to 3, what is the value I'll get? 20 is equal to 10 is equal to 3, I'll get Manoj or not Manoj? I want answer from everyone. Is it not Manoj or Manoj? Why? Because it's a false condition. So where is this alert coming from? See, not Manoj I was getting. So if it is equal to 2, so then what I'll get? 20% 10 equal to 2. Is it true? Mathematics అంత రాదు కదా, నిజం చెప్పండి రా. So now ఒక ట్రూ కండిషన్ ఇవ్వండి. Give me a condition that will be true. అంత ఆలోచిస్తారు ఏం రా రే. 3 greater than 5 or 5 greater than 3. That is also simple condition, right? 5 greater than 3. Okay, equal to 10. Equal to 5 is greater than 3. 5 is greater than 3 only, right? See, like this condition. So what is this ternary operators? Ternary operators usually we use in the APIs. Whether we are getting API call true or false response. Based on that, we need to showcase the data. In such cases, mainly this ternary condition only we'll use. So if condition is true, statement 1 will be executed. If condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. It doesn't mean that what is the advantage and the miracle of the ternary condition is you can expand it to how many conditions you want. You can even expand it to 10 conditions also. Not only here, I was only dealing with one, like 5 greater than 3 Manoj or not. So I can even make it example. Let me show you. Ternary operator with multiple conditions JavaScript. Same. So if you see, if else if yes, 3 conditions are there. So if you want to use all of this in a single way, see what they given. First value condition colon separated by a colon again. Second one colon, third condition colon. So if you want to check this, how it will be is equal to same thing. I'll copy for you. I don't want to waste more time, our time. Firstly, okay. So yeah, I'll put in a single line so that you will understand. So previously I have only one statement. So now if you see, I was writing multiple conditions. So first I was telling if bar is equal to triple equal to a, I was telling give value as 1. If not, if bar is equal to b, give value 2. So if bar equal to 3, give value of null. Okay, sorry, b bar equal to c, give value of 3. Okay, if you are using multiple ternary conditions, there is a difference. If you are using single ternary condition, you will get two statements, statement true, statement false. But you are using multiple things, what happens? You'll get only true value, true statement you'll have. The false statement and true will have at the last condition only. If you see here, I have only true condition. So I was telling if it is equal to a, give value as true, right? You don't need to worry about false. Why? Because if it is not a, that means definitely I was writing one more condition for the false condition, right? So false condition instead of here, usually we'll get what we'll get. If you see, I'll get, where is this written state structure where I written for this? Here. Where is the structure? Yeah, condition statement colon statement 2, right? But instead of this, what I was writing instead of statement 2, I was writing another condition statement, again condition statement, sorry, condition and statement, and again within the, for the statement I was again giving the condition, right? Condition, again I was giving statement 1. Okay, so let me give a statement 1, that means nothing but true value, right? So blindly remember that first statement will be true, second statement will be false. So here my conditions all are ending, all the 3 conditions are written. So here I'll give last value as null. Why? Because all my conditions are already done here. So my statement 2 here I need to give, right? So sorry, not null, statement 2. So whenever my condition is ending, there I'll give both true or false. But if I have a multiple conditions, I'll go with straight condition true, condition true. If his condition is true, give this value. If that condition is true, give this value. If this condition is true, give this value. If else. Okay, finally default value. So that's how my ternary operator. You can convert it into any way. Bootstrap, however, in the CSS, the descendant selector, we can convert it into any way that we want, right? Parent child selector, we can merge, child to parent, we can merge, any way you can merge it and you can convert it. Same way, ternary operator also you can use it in any way. Got it? So that's how my ternary operator will work. So as I already mentioned, mostly these ternary operators used for API calls, okay, or props. When you go with the React, you will know what's mean with these props, okay. So that's what about which one? Operators. So in tomorrow's session, we'll be discussing about, there are not only, if you go with operators, these are not the only thing. There are hundreds of operators that you need to learn more. But these are just basic operators that is enough for you for this stage that you need to learn. So if you want to go in depth, if you go in depth, you will get each and under each and every type category that we discussed also, there are hundreds of other operator types. Okay, we don't need to discuss each and everything here. I just given the basic things that we required here. Increment, decrement, you need to know what that will do also. But I skipped it. Why? Because however we'll get it when dealing with the loops. Loops is all about increment, decrement. So we'll get there. That's why I skipped it. Okay. So try to check all the operators. So what is your today's task is try to check all the operators. I want you to check each and every operator and also check each and every data type, how it will work. Clear? So tomorrow we'll be discussing about which topic? Anybody want to curriculum on Google? Conditions the functions both. So tomorrow it will be conditions. Clear? So conditions and the sense what you will get. If, else, if. Okay, then. Sorry. Switch then. Rate continue వచ్చేది switch case లాగా C language Okay, so these are the 4 types of conditions that we conditions that you will get. So also the if we close it quickly, we'll go with loops also. If we start loop, definitely tomorrow class will be 10 to 15, 30 minutes, definitely it will be more. Okay, so under this loops, what you'll get?
While
For loop, for while, do while. Okay, what else you'll get? All the loops, right? For in, for each, these are also loops, ES6. Okay, so try to check conditions of both ES5, ES6. Also check the loops which are there in ES5 and ES6. Is it clear? Anybody have any doubts? Sure. Imra. Okay. Online people, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So that's what about today's session. Anybody have any doubts with what we discussed so far? Doubts? Yeah, అడగండి అయ్యా. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.